much more helpful to you from the very beginning if I give you some ideas, taking from example from your study material. Because another class we will get from for 2 to 7 on the uh, next day, and another class for 2 to 3 for next day. I think for next Saturday, no?
22nd, yes, sir.
22.
22nd, 22, yeah. So, fortunately or unfortunately, you have to accept this. If you have any discussion with you, we can sit for unofficial discussion later on through the Google Meet. So later on, you people decide. Anyway, now it's a official session. So basic concepts of the classification. It's a theoretical part. Suppose what is classifications? Already I have told you that one example I provided you that DV. Oh, let me share you the screen. Uh, so basic concepts behind classification, you know. Uh, so what is that? As I already told you that classification helps you to compartmentalize the different ideas or with different disciplines, different facets into different groups. So that you can group social science, science, uh, humanities. Already you have seen from your class practical part, first summary, second summary. So already a very raw idea you have already got from your previous class discussions. Now, if I say you what is library classification? So library classification means whatever the resources available in a particular library. One thing you should remember in your mind that your library and my library may not have the same collection. Some differences may be there. So that's why I am using the term the whatever the resources available in a particular library, you have to classify all those documents for arranging in a proper sequence. It is called the library classification. So at the time of library classification, it's not that you have to always use the Dewey Decimal classification. Other classification systems are also there, like our own Shyali Ramamritam Ranganathan, one Indian library and information scientist, who also provided lot of notable formulas, theories, and practical formulas for to develop or enrich the library and information science, commonly known as S.R. Ranganathan. So Ranganathan sir also devised a classification system, that is the colon classification. Another foreign classification system is Universal Decimal Classification, UDC. So UDC, DDC, CCC. So other classification systems are also there. You can follow any classification system to arrange your sequence. DDC is obviously much more popular. Some of the South Indian libraries still using colon classification, and some of the special libraries over the world, they are using Universal Decimal Classification, commonly known as UDC. But obviously, DDC is the most popular classification system. So question if the comes like that, was his library classification, you should discuss like that to classify for arranging the documents of a particular library in a proper sequence, whatever the system is followed for doing the classification, that is called the library classification. Now I'm going to the one theoretical part. Now suppose the genus species relationship, as I have told that whenever you are doing the classification any problem, so you have to first of all identify what is the core facet. Nikita,
Yes, sir.
isn't it? Momita Chakraborty, someone has joined, I think I seen that group. All of you have joined in this group, those who have Facebook account.
Yes, sir.
As far
Yes,
as I
sir.
Yes,
have,
sir.
as far as I've got the notification, I
Yes, sir.
hurriedly
Yes, sir.
accepted. But most of you have not mentioned your enrollment number, study center code, etc., etc. Even after instructing that you have not mentioned. Anyway, still I have accepted all of you.
Sir, I have a question, sir.
Uh, yes.
I am unable to join your group, sir. Could you please?
All of them have joined, or
Yes.
you are unable to join. Later on, I will see. Don't waste time now. So,
Okay, sir.
genus species relation. Genus species relation. What is that? In genus species relationship, genus is the root. Then from genus you are getting the species. So genus with genus different differences whenever you are adding. That time it is getting divided in different species. Those who have botany in their basic science, botany or geology, they will understand very clearly that what is genus species relationship. Suppose my father has come from my grandfather. So my grandfather is root. Then my father is coming. Then myself is coming. Then my son is coming. So who is the genus of my family? If I take up to my grandfather, first grandfather, then grandfather, then father, myself, then my son, then next generation, my son's sons will come. So this is the genus species relationship. So whenever you are also doing the classification, you have to also identify who is the genus, then species part. It is also called the general to specific concept. Suppose this one division of dichotomy. Whenever you are dividing the universe of ethics, some concepts you can divide. Suppose one is the concrete concept, one is the abstract concept. Among that concrete concept, you are getting inorganic, organic. From organic, you are getting living, non-living. Then from living, you are getting plants and animals. Then from animals, vertebrate and invertebrates. Those who have spine, vertebrates, and those who have not spinal cord, they are called the invertebrates. Then vertebrates, human, animals, male. In this way, you are just dividing from genus to specific. Lot of from general to specific, micro level, micro level, micro level. Because whenever you are doing the classification, you have to keep in your mind that how far you are being able to go to the micro level. Then only you will get the actual classification number. You are getting the library classification, but if you put it in under the library and information science, you will may get one number. But to get the exact classification number, you have to go to the library classification. Just in the previous class, we saw one example, no? Library classification, study and teaching of library classification. Then you are adding the number of study and teaching from the table 1. In this way, you are setting the number in the exactly in the micro level. But the broad level is library and information science. What the point? What I am telling to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So you see this very basic chart again to understand the point of discussion. It is genus to species or general to specific. Yeah. Then the literature by language. Suppose literature you can divide English literature, French literature according to language, German literature, Spanish, all have been divided according to the language. Then in a particular language, again the form poetry, drama, fiction, essays. Then again suppose this one is the poetry, lyrical poetry, ballads, epic, others. Can you give me one example of epic poetry? Any in any language, in Sanskrit, in Bengali, or in English?
Ramayana.
Mahabharat.
Only.
Yes, Ramayana, Mahabharata, all are actually written in poetical versions, epic poetry. Very good, very good. Then by period, ancient period, medieval, modern. So in this way you can divide. Then what is the nature of classification? Nature of classification, it tells you that classification always indicates the particular group in which a particular thing belong. We are the human beings, so we belong to the human group. We are certainly not tigers that we will live in the Sundarbans jungle area. We are the human beings, we will, are social beings, we are living in a society. And we are learning day by day uh, how to be, how to, so no, should I, better not comment any controversial thing. Anyway, we are the social being, but how much you are social, that's the question. Because taking the help of the situation, if an ambulance driver charge you for the 5 hours more than 30,000 rupees, think how much social we are and how much human being we are. Even a dog or a
We are
pet
calling this
animals in
social
your
being
home,
is actually unsocial.
huh?
We are calling this a social matter, but it is actually unsocial.
Yes, all of is need of money, but taking the help of the situation or the critical condition of the human being, you are just using the situation. It's not correct, I think. Some extra charges may be taken, but you, obviously all of you have noticed that an ambulance driver charging more than 30 rupees, etc., etc. Even I have stopped watching news because every day, every time, getting the same news about the pandemic, it's actually makes our mind a little bit depressing. That's why I have stopped watching the television news, even reading the same newspaper.
Yes, sir.
And now some of the tools, classification tools. So already you have got some idea about the classification tool. For doing the classification, you need a classification schedule first of all. So different system has different schedule, as I have already mentioned. You all one schedule you have to follow for practical, that is the Dewey Decimal Classification System. It has its schedule. Colon classification, it has different schedule, different method. UDC little bit same method with the DDC, though it's a different system. So classification tools, different classification tools. If you get the theoretical question, so you have to mention some of the names of the schedule, etc., etc. Now, what is knowledge classification? A short note may come about that knowledge classification. Knowledge classification are nothing, because whatever the discipline you are doing the classification, actually they are providing on the different knowledges. So basically you are doing the book classification or document classification, means you are classifying the knowledge. What is there in a book? Knowledge about something. I have written a book, An Introduction to Library Management. It has been published from Progressive Publishers, Kolkata in 2011. So basically, I have discussed the different aspects of library management, different principles, how they can be applied, etc., etc. So in a particular library, suppose my books has been purchased, and you will have to first of all classify that book. So that means you are classifying the knowledge, whichever Dr. Ashish Vishwas has mentioned in that particular book, isn't it? Classifying the books doesn't mean that only you are classifying that particular book. You are actually classifying the knowledge, the content of that book. So according to the content, you will do the select the main facet, then the peripheral facet, then identify the subject. That means you are identifying the knowledge, the content of that document. Library classification I have already discussed. In electronic environment, you are also getting lot of online resources. How do you will classify? Again, you have to identify the content. What is actually the content of the document? Whether it is something about the literary aspect or the science or the social science or the political science or economics, then you will do the classify. of that online document. Then limitation of classification. Also some limitations of classification are there, because you have noticed that from the very beginning I am shouting and shouting and shouting that for classification you have to try to reach to go to the micro level as far as possible, but sometimes it is not possible to get all the facets to be classified properly. That time you have to stop up to that level where from you are being able to reach with the help of schedule and table. মানে যতদূর সম্ভব টেবিল আর শিডিউল নিয়ে তুমি যেতে পারছো ততদূর। অনেক সময় একদম মাইক্রো লেভেলে যাওয়া সম্ভব হয় না, তখন তোমাকে ওই পর্যন্তই ছেড়ে দিতে হবে। মানে how far it is possible to you to go to the micro level, you should go up to that. If it is not possible to go beyond that with the help of schedule and table, so there is no sorry, nothing to do. You have to stop there. So you will do up to that, and you will keep your number up to that. Got that point?
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
Even you are very good example I'm providing you. You are doing the 19th edition of DDC. Now it is 24th edition. So why the more edition, new edition is coming? Because lot of new subjects are coming. How the new subjects are coming? Because the subjects are evolving with the what should I say, assimilation with one subject with another subject. Suppose our subject at the first time it was just only library science. Now it is called the library and information science, because the information aspect has been clubbed with the library science. Now it is library and information science. Biochemistry, biology and chemistry has been clubbed. The new subject has been evolved as biochemistry. Lot of new subjects like that are coming. So new editions, all these new subjects are going to be incorporated with the new editions. So even in your 19th edition you will not see more divisions of computer science. That time computer science subject has just come, but now you have seen the lot of programming, artificial language, etc., hardware parts, digital library, etc. concept has come. But in a digital library you will not get in your 19th edition. Only the library, electronic library, digital library, virtual library, all these new concepts you will not got your 19th edition, because that concept has not been evolved at that time whenever the DDC 19th edition has been published. Got that point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And the types of classification, according to system, according to the methods, the library classification system can have different divisions. Suppose fixed and relative location system. What is fixed and relative location system? Fixed location, suppose before the discovery of Dewey Decimal classification, there is some fixed classification system. Suppose X, A, B, C, D. X for suppose science, A for suppose arithmetic, B for suppose botany. So whatever the thing you are getting, B. But in case of DDC, you have seen they have provided you to go in your own way. After the 3 digit, you are putting the decimal number, then you can adding the number from table. So some kind of flexibility you are getting in your hand to go in your own way. But before that, the library classification system was fixed. This for that, this for that, this for that. Okay. Sometimes one funny example I'm giving, you have a name. Officially, you have names Shreyoshi Maji, Saurabh Pal, Ekita Shaw, Nilanjana Bishya, something like that. But every one of you have a nickname in your home. Have you or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sontu, Mamoni,
Yes, sir.
Sonamoni, Baban, Babai, Papan, a lot of things are there. But in your official name, you are identified with your fixed name. So fixed location like that. Whenever your identity is fixed, but in your home, your parents call you by some nickname. Your Grandparents may call you some nickname. Your friends may give you any funny name. So some kind of flexibility is there. That is called the relative location system. It changes according to the system. That means you can do in your own way. Some flexibility is there. By design methodology, again, the classification system may be divided by the design methodology. One system is called the enumerative system. What is that? Enumerative system. This technique is called whenever, as I just mentioned, the fixed classification number, whenever there is no possibility of extending or changing the number. So enumerative system is also like that. This line you should learn. None as a classification class number, this notation, a cluster of GDC is assigned to a document having the topping as its own subject. My screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Previously it is none.
Sir.
It is none. Previously it is none. A for apple, B for bat, C for cat, like that. That is called the enumerative system. When it is previously fixed. But faceted system, did you see? You are taking the first summary, second summary, then adding the number. That is called the faceted. Because I have already told you that whenever you are doing the classification, first of all, you have to identify the core facet. The core facet number you have to take from the schedule. Then you have to go for the table if it is required. It's not that always you have to go for the table. If you get the micro level within the schedule, then it is no problem. একটা কথা মনে রাখবে যে আমি সব সময় যে টেবিলে যাব, টেবিলে যাওয়ার দরকার না হতেও পারে। If I get the number from your schedule, micro level number, then I don't require to go table. If it is required, then you should go. Okay. Next,
Okay.
discuss the other tables. Today I have in your 2 to 7 class, just discuss the table 1. Then the next class I will try. I don't know how we will finish, but I will try. So this is enumerative and faceted, and it has been getting divided by design methodology. And another system is called knowledge classification versus library classification. Actually, knowledge classification, library classification, there is no difference. Library classification, it only indicates that the classifications you are doing the resources, but in a broader aspect, you are doing the classification of the knowledge. So library classification is a part of knowledge classification. But you cannot say the knowledge classification is a library classification, but you can say library classification is part of knowledge classification. Now, knowledge classification means a bigger aspect. We'll go through this, you will get the point. Now, the web classification, nowadays, a lot of web documents you are getting, then how you will classify all those web classification. That is called the ontology. That is the web classification. I'm skipping all these things. There is nothing to explain. You will read. Now, the form of literature. How literature can be divided according to the age and grade of the reader, books, content, etc., size, print and electronic versions, all the different versions of classification system. How you can divide actually that offline document or online document. Then a bit technical aspect, that is the postulation approach of the classification system. Here you will get different kinds of theoretical aspects, which I have actually provided by our own scientist, Dr. S.R. Ranganathan. Before going to the all those canons, what is canon? I will explain later on. Postulation approach. See, one thing I have mentioned that whenever you will go to the classification, at least through DDC, first of all you have to identify the core facet, then you are going from the secondary facet or tertiary facet. Another aspect is also vital. You have to think in 3 levels. How many levels I mentioned?
3 levels.
Three levels.
One level is ideal plane, second level is verbal plane, and third level is notational plane. What are those? Again I am repeating. idea plane, verbal plane, notational plane.
Notation.
All the novelists, poets, first they got some ideas. Then they have sketched out something. Then later on they have arranged it in a proper way. When the idea is coming to your mind that after this class, I will note down this and this point. Then after I will elaborate this point and prepare notes in a proper way. So first, what is coming in your mind? Some planning, some ideas that what we will do, how we will proceed. So what is coming in first in your mind?
Idea.
Nilanjana?
Idea.
Idea. That is called the ideal place. So even some problems, whenever we placed in your in front of you, they do the classification of all those problems, or with the books. So some 5 or 6 new books, one books of physics or chemistry, different books has been placed before you, and you have been told to classify all those books. So whenever you are taking a book first, so you have to first come. Idea will come. What the topic? Science, arts, commerce, etc. That is your ideal plan. And whenever you are idle plan getting some constructive idea, whenever you are writing something, the science, so what is the number from the science, the 500, then within the physics, whether it is a magnet or light or sound, etc. Then again you are getting the micro level number. So that time you are noting down. That is the verbal plane. You something you are noting down. Then after noting down, now you are doing the synthesis. Whether how you will arrange, which part will come first, core facet, your table will be added or not. Just right now in the previous class I showed you, no, first of all you are do the analysis, then add for the adding first, synthesis. You got it? So whenever you are doing the synthesis, the points, etc., that time you are doing the constructive part, your final presentation. That is the postulation or notational plane. Notation, you are using some notation, plus sign, you are putting the equal sign, then after 3 digit you are putting the point and you are writing down the exact number. So got that idea in this way, that what is the ideal plane, what type of things are happening in ideal plane, and what type of things are happening in verbal plane, and what is actually happening in the what? Notation.
Notational.
Is that the 3 planes are very much vital or the base work whenever you are doing the classification system. Then within this plane, some theoretical concepts are there, some confusion, some doubts may arise. So that time, which thing or tools will help you? They are called the canons. Canons will help you to sort out the problems of different plane, different types of problem you may face. Some overlapping concepts may come, so that time you have to take the decision which line or which rule I should follow. So that time some canons are there, some rules and regulations have been provided, that is called the canons. So canons will help you to take the decision for you or decision making processes. So let us see the canons. There are a lot of canons, few canons you have to remember. Idea plane I have already mentioned. So first canon, it is telling you that canon of characteristics. What canon?
Characteristic.
Canon of characteristics.
The canon of characteristics, actually they are the they have grouped because the related canons are there, because of canon of characteristics, canon for succession of characteristics, canon for formation of arrays of classes, canon for formulation of chain of classes, canon of filiatory sequence. So canon of characteristics, under canon of characteristics there are canon of differentiation, canon of ascertainability, canon of permanence. See, under canon of characteristics, canon of differentiation, ascertainability, permanence, it doesn't mean that within the canon there are the sub canons of canon of characteristics. They are all different canons, but in your study material they have been grouped under canon of characteristics because of the related concept. But actually they are all different canons. Don't think they have been presented as it has been presented in your study material, that canon of differentiation, canon of ascertainability, and canon of permanence is a sub-part of canons of characteristics. Not like that. They have been grouped under canon of characteristics as because they are very much related. Now let us discuss canon of characteristics. What is canon of characteristics? Oh, forget about the canons. Tell me, what is characteristics? Whenever we talk about the characteristics, we tell some of the nature, some of the habits, some of the attitudes of a particular person or any human being or any pet animal, isn't it? What is the canon of characteristics of uh, of a library? A librarian should always try to satisfy the different information requirements. Uh, he or she should be very much patient to uh, listen what is the information requirement of their user, flexible, amenable, polite. If you are a librarian, one user has go to use, madam, I record this. No, I am very much busy with my Facebook. Please come after half an hour. Or I am eating. I don't have time. I am very much busy. Uh, no, like this. You should have to be very much polite. Otherwise, nobody will visit your library, because most of the people nowadays have a concept that everything is available in a Google, but not like that. Google will provide you everything, but which one is the correct, which one is the not correct? There is nobody is there to identify that. That is the main difference between the librarian and Google. Google will give you a lot of information explosion they will occur. But what is the actually authentic or not authentic? That will be not be corrected by the or guided by Google. That is will be guided by the librarian. So this is the basic difference. So as a librarian, some of the characteristics you have. So classification. In case of classification, you have to first identify the characteristics. What it is telling, whether the characteristics belong to science or commerce. Even the chemistry within it is the inorganic or organic. So to identify the characteristics, you have to little bit go through the contents. You should tell me, no, sir, I am from the Sanskrit. How can I know the chemistry? Oh, my dear friend, you don't have to understand the chemistry. At least you try to understand going to the content. Content page, at least ये तो लिखा होगा, the organic chemistry and inorganic chemistry. First summary,
Yes.
second summary, whenever you are reading, so that time a little bit concept will be grow up in your mind that what is organic, what is inorganic chemistry. At least this basic concept you have to understand. Okay, then canon of differentiation. When two things are getting divided, male, female, gender, human beings, gender, whenever it is getting according to the gender, male and female. So that is the canon of differentiation. Canon of ascertainability. When certain thing has been ascertainable, properly identified. It is black colors. You are telling no, you are gray color, because a little bit you have a problem of color blind. So you are telling no, it is a black, a blue or green. Sometime blue or green, very light shaded blue and light shaded green. Sometime maybe overlapping. So properly to identify properly, good eyesight is required, isn't it? So that is called the canon of ascertainability. That means whenever something is told very assertively, no, it is real, right? Yes means yes. Got that point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Canon of permanence, which is permanent. That is called the canon of permanence. What is permanent? Sun will rise in the east and set in the west. Okay, but
Yes.
when the cyclone will happen, you don't know. Just right now, today morning or yesterday evening, one cyclone is coming from the Gujarat side, Tahukote or something like that. Exactly,
Yes.
I don't have the proper pronunciation. May not be like that. Tahukote or like that. So
Yes.
Tahukote, whether it will happen after 5 years or after or whether it is happen in the proper way, you don't know. That is not the permanent. Earthquake, when it will happen, you don't know. That is not the permanent. So canon of permanence, it is telling you that which thing are permanent. So these are some of the characteristics. So according to the characteristics, you are getting some canons. Okay. Okay, then canon of succession or of characteristics. Succession, which one is the coming first, which one is coming later. Canon of concomitance, canon of relevant succession, canon of consistent succession. So all these things are there. Then canon of arrays. First of all, you have to identify or understand what is the array. Do you know what is array?
A
You
line.
are sitting a line, yes. You are sitting in a bench. A bench. How many? Suppose 4 of your friends are sitting in a bench in a classroom. So all of you are in a same array. And in a
Same
second bench,
direction.
yeah, and another in your behind another bench, another 4 persons are sitting, but they are not in your array. They are in a second array. Okay, but whole class you are reading in class BLIS class. So according to the class, you are all in a BLIS class. And in the next room, your MLS brothers and sisters, they are attending the class, so they are belong to the different array because their array name is MLS or your class's name is BLIS. But array actually defines you in the same line. You are sitting in there, standing or sitting or belonging to the same line. That is called the array. Okay. So array, under this canon of array, some of the relative arrays are canon of exhaustiveness. Whenever you are dividing or you are classifying a document exhaustively, but as far as possible, you are reaching to the micro level. Nothing is there. Suppose a glass of water has been given to you for drinking, and you have drink that glass of water with the last drop of water. Exhaustively, you have finished the glass of water. Nothing is there. Got that point? That means whenever you are doing the classification, you have taken every aspects of that classification, every facet, sub-facet, etc., etc. Nothing is there. You have added everything. Canon of exclusiveness. What is exclusiveness? Exclusiveness is also same thing. That means you are exclusively defining the subject. Now what it is, if it is black, then black. If it is white, white. Nothing is hidden. Exclusive. Everything is exclusive. Then canon of helpful sequence, canon of consistent sequence. I'm just skipping. You just read. If you don't understand, then you should ask me in the next class, because lot of theoretical aspects are there. Canon of for chain of classes. Chain, array and chain. Array in the same line. Chain. What is chain? That means step by step. You are ascending and descending, or like that. That is called a chain. Then canon of decreasing extension. Decreasing extension means from general to specific. Your extension is gradually increasing.
Yes, sir.
Othoba or decreasing. Try to understand this connotation of the two words. Very beautiful concept is there. Suppose I'm giving you one example. Whenever you are extending your family tree, that means from your grandfather to your grandson. That time you are extending your family tree, but actually what you are doing, you are decreasing the family tree. তুমি বড় করছো ফ্যামিলিটা, কিন্তু আস্তে 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 কি তোমার ফ্যামিলিটা গুটিয়ে আনছো। যখন গ্র্যান্ডফাদারে আছে তখন কি হচ্ছে, গ্র্যান্ডফাদার থেকে তুমি যখন আস্তে আস্তে যাচ্ছ, তখন ফ্যামিলিটা কি হচ্ছে, এক্সটেন্ড করছে। কিন্তু ফ্যামিলি ট্রিটাকে কি হচ্ছে, আস্তে আস্তে তুমি কি করছো, জেনারেশনটাকে কি হচ্ছে,
গুটিয়ে নিয়ে আসছে।
গুটিয়ে নিয়ে আসছি,
ছোট হয়ে যাচ্ছে।
হ্যাঁ, এটা কিন্তু একটা বেশ মানে কনোটেশন আছে, মানে ওখানে এক্সটেনশন হচ্ছে কিন্তু ব্যাপারটা হচ্ছে ডিক্রিজিং হয়ে যাচ্ছে।
একদম।
Canon of modulation also like that. Then verbal plane. এতক্ষণ আমরা চলছিলাম আইডিয়া প্লেনে। ভার্বাল প্লেনে যখন যাব তখন আমার কোন ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজে লিখবো, হোমোনিম, সিনোনিমস, এই সমস্ত বিষয়গুলো আসবে। Canon of terminology, বিভিন্ন টার্মিনোলজি ইউ ক্যান ইউজ। Based on that, canon of context, canon of enumeration, canon of currency, canon of reference. Suppose some of the current terms you can use, some of the obsolete term also you can use. So that time you have to take care. Some archaic terms are there, but that term has been evolved. Let me give you some example like that. Yes. Suppose previously we'll see that home science, even the subject was also called a discipline, was separate discipline was also their home science, but that term nowadays used as home management. Okay, the term has evolved as
Home management.
home management, like that. So that is the canon of currency. Then the notational plane. Actually, notational planes, whenever you are putting the different digits, suppose 5 and 500 for pure science, 530 for physics. In this way, whenever you are writing the synthesis, that time it is called a notational level. Some of the canons are also there. You have to go through. So one big question you may get from this postulation approach of canons, either from ideal plane or verbal plane or notational plane. Okay, so all these things you have to learn. This is the basic theoretical part of classification. If you understand this, it will also enrich your knowledge. Also you will got a long question. Most of the time I have seen a long question is coming from this section, but the question is not a foremost part of this. If you want to learn this subject, you have to understand all this, what is ideal plane, verbal plane, and the notational planes, and the functions of different canons in different plane. Then canon of mixed notation. This what is this? This is sometimes I have noticed the short note may come. Canon of mixed notation. In DDC, just one notation you are using, that is the alpha Arabic numerals and one decimal point you are using. Right? So, just 100, 200, 500, all as Arabic numerals and one decimal point you are using. But in case of CC, that means colon classification, you will see there is other alphabets, then numerals, then some specific symbols like plus sign, equal sign, plus sign and equal signs at the time of synthesis you are using, but whatever the exact number you are getting from the DDC, that time you are using only the alpha Arabic numerals with one decimal point. But in case of colon classification number, in the final number you can also put the alphabets, Arabic numerals, then different symbols. So it is mixed notation. That's why it is called the canon of mixed notation. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is up to that. Then I'm going to the another units. See, this is the different notation of colon classification. Okay. So all these symbols are used. That's why it is a little bit clumsy. That's why it has lost its popularity. Colon classification is much more scientific, but because of the different symbols, it is very difficult to remember or memorize. Now, organizing and managing information. So far, we have learned some of the arrays, postulation approach, and classification system. Then, library cataloging. So, some of the basic concept of the library cataloging. Now, from classification, I'm coming to the cataloging. Today, I have to start. Otherwise, it is not possible to touch all the units. Okay. Now let me ask you, what do you know about the cataloging?
Indexing.
Kind of indexing, yes. Another, anyone?
Sir, it helps in reference.
Helps in? Yes, tell me.
Reference.
What reference? You have to a little bit specify, no? Reference is good. But
Sir,
what?
The
make
place of book,
listing of
sir.
something.
Yes, very good.
For a systematic list.
Yes. Yes. So some of the thing you have already mentioned. Good. I'm happy because you are in a very primary level. So some of the ideas. So some of you have said me indexing, some of you listing. Yes, the cataloging actually helps you to get a idea at a very first glance or first idea that whatever the resources available in a particular library. Just few minutes ago I mentioned that it is not that all the libraries have all the documents. Your library have certain such books, your library has certain such books, some common books may be there, isn't it? But all the books may not be same. Calcutta University Library and Jadavpur University's library, or Victoria Institution College libraries and Gurudas College libraries, they have even they may have same courses in their colleges, but all the books of their library are not same. Obviously, most of the books may be common, but some books may be different. So how can you know that which books are available in that particular libraries? It is the catalog will help you to understand the uh, availability of resources in a particular library. So catalog is the listing of documents, if I say take your turn, of a particular library. So cataloging, for doing the cataloging, you also have to follow the system like the classification. Otherwise, the standardization will not be maintained, isn't it? So for maintaining the standardization, again, you have to follow some system of the class cataloging system. So what is library cataloging, etc., etc. It has been discussed. What is the need of the cataloging? Need of the cataloging. Do you know the 5 laws of library science? Oh, no, I think not, because this is a
No,
long
sir.
class. In your first paper, BLI 221, this is a very easy paper. You should start reading from your study material. There is no need of discussion. Just I am mentioning that Ranganathan also provided the 5 laws of library science, and it is the very fundamental theoretical aspects of the library and information science. 5 laws of library science. In first law, he told books are for use. What he said? Books are for use. Even sometimes you see have seen that somebody's home books are not used for reading. Books are sometimes used for in the royal family for decoration purpose. In your drawing room, in every side, lot of books are there. It indicates they are very much literary. They are very much royal family, etc., etc. But Ranganathan told, no, books are not for decoration. Books are for use. Whenever a book will be used, that time that the book is very much effective. So first law he told books are for use. Second law he told the book every reader his or her book. In third law he told every book its reader. Second law every reader his or her book, but third law every book its reader. That means every book its reader. All the books may not attract all the people. Suppose one person is reading the atomic physics. So those who are dealing with the atomic physics, they only read the atomic physics book. I am from Sanskrit literature or from Bengali literature or English literature. I will not understand the atomic physics. So I will not obviously go to the in details about the atomic physics. So every book had a particular group of its reader, isn't it?
Yes.
Then fourth
Yes,
law,
sir.
save the time of the reader. What is the
Time
purpose
of the
of the
user.
life? Save the time of the reader. So catalog is one of the tools which will help to save the time of the reader. Because if you go to the library, first of all you search the catalog, you will get a idea whether that book is available or not. or either you can directly ask to the library staff. Suppose in your library if more than 50,000 books are there, some general people have a concept like that, that you are the librarian, so you know every book. 50,000 books you are in your head. Your head is computer of the book, that you just give a toka on your head, click on your head, and you will say, okay, this book is available. So it is not possible, my dear friend, to remember all those 50,000 books. For that you have to consult the live catalog. So as a librarian or the library staff, you will also consult the catalog card. Checking the catalog, you will say that okay, this book is available or not. So catalog will help you to save your time by identifying whether the book is available or not. If there is no catalog, then you have to go rack to rack searching the book throughout the day, throughout the month, throughout the year, whether that book is available or not. So you will, one particular reader has told you, sir, this book is available. So you have told, okay, come 7 days later, I will search search within 7 days. So within the 7 days, throughout the week, you are searching, 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 and searching. But no,
Yes, sir.
not do that. You will just prepare the catalog, but 1 minute or 2 minutes will take time. If it is manual card, then just 5 minute time will take. And if you, now the online system is there, if you have any software, within a fraction of minute, you will search that book is available or not. So cataloging is the basic tool for searching the book. Now that's why Ranganathan will told that save the time of the reader. So classification, cataloging and classification also will save your time. Classified arrangement is there, then after the availability, you catalog will help you whether the book is available or not. But classified arrangement, proper classification arrangement, then you will go to the classified section, then you will take out that book. Same problem will happen. Suppose from the catalog you are getting the idea that book is available, but where that book has been kept you don't know, because your library doesn't follow any classification system. The same problem will again happen. So both classification and cataloging will help you to save your time. And fifth law told that library is a growing organism. Why? Because today you have started your library with 5 books. Next 5, within the 5 years, you have collected more than 50,000 books, or maybe at least 500 books. So from 5 to you have increased 500. 1 step to 2 step. From 5 reader, now your reader is strength is 50. So all the aspects you are growing. Actually, library is called the Trinity. 3 things obviously there: document, staff, and user. What should I say?
Document
Or
staff.
what I have told?
Staff and user.
Document, staff, and readers.
Yeah, document, staff, and
Document, staff, and reader.
staff or user is there, but there is no document. Will there be any function of that library? So
No, sir.
staff is there, user will come and they will gossip to you, then they will go.
Yes.
Suppose
No, sir.
document is there, user is there, but staff is not there. So either user will come, they will take their book, read their book in their own way. They will not half of the book, or otherwise they will think that all of the books are available. And one day they may take all those books one by one to their home. Then one day we'll go to the library and see there is no book. Everything is empty. So another thing may happen, that library user is document is there, staff is there, but in that library nobody goes. So again there will be no functionality if the book is not used. So document, library trinity, document, user, staff, at the same time all those 3 elements should be active and functional, then that library should be said that it is a active library. So as I told, the 5 laws of library, I have already wasted the 10 minutes time. It is not my paper's viewpoint, but to understand the point of view of save the time of the reader, I mentioned all those 5 laws of library science.
Thank you, sir.
It's the need of the cataloging. Then what is the objective? This part is very, very important. Actually, this part is given by one foreigner. It is called Charles Ammicutter. Charles, Charles Ammicutter. So what is the function or objectives of the library catalog? Exactly whatever the way he mentioned with the inverted comma, with the points, with the sub point. If the question comes like that, they discuss the Charles Amicator objective. So first of all, you have to write the objective, then you have to give your own explanation. He first told number 1 point, enable a person to find a book of which the author, the title or the subject is none. It's not that always you know the title or you always know the author's name or you know the subject. Sometimes someone may know the title, someone may know the author, or you don't know author or title, but you know the broad subject. So all these things may happen. So in this way, a person can search the book according to the author, according to the title, according to the subject. So enable a person to find a book. So এইভাবে বইটাকে খুঁজতে সাহায্য করতে হবে। একটা কেউ অথর দিয়ে খুঁজতে পারে, কেউ টাইটেল দিয়ে খুঁজতে পারে, কেউ সাবজেক্ট দিয়ে খুঁজতে পারে। বোঝা গেল প্রথম পয়েন্টটা। সেকেন্ড পয়েন্ট ইজ শো হোয়াট দ্য লাইব্রেরি আছে। এবার হচ্ছে লাইব্রেরির পার্সপেক্টিভে কি আছে ধরো, তাহলে লাইব্রেরির পার্সপেক্টিভে একটা বাই গিভেন অথর, একটা অথরের উপর কি আছে, একটা গিভেন সাবজেক্টের উপরে কি আছে, অথবা গিভেন কাইন্ড অফ লিটারেচার, ওটা বেঙ্গলি লিটারেচারের উপরে কি বই আছে, ইংলিশ লিটারেচারের বই আছে, ইভেন এখানে সায়েন্সকেও একটা লিটারেচার হিসেবে দেখানো হচ্ছে যে সায়েন্সের উপর কি বই আছে। লিটারেচার মানে সবসময় ওই লিটারেচার মানে দাঁড়ায় না, লিটারেচার মানে একটা ডিসিপ্লিনের উপরে কি বই আছে। দেন অ্যাসিস্ট ইন দ্য চয়েস অফ বুক বাই হেল্পিং the staff, by helping through the catalog। তাহলে এইভাবে যেটা আছে দেখো, এক নম্বরে you start your inverted comma, then point 1, then A B C, then point 2 D E F, then point 3 G H. First of all, you have to write this way, then you have to explain in your way. If you make a hodgepodge point 1, point 2, then you will get a 0, because obviously you have already done your graduation from one subject. You know that whenever you are quoting anyone's quotation, so that time exactly what the person has said within the inverted comma, exactly you have to render like that, isn't it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
That is also quotation
So,
as a Charles Amicator. So that's why you cannot one প্রথম পয়েন্ট থেকে দ্বিতীয় পয়েন্ট বা থার্ড পয়েন্ট সেকেন্ড পয়েন্ট, in this way you cannot hodgepodge. Same way as it is, like line, space, punctuation, everything you have to present in the same way. Then the explanation, that is the clarification, you can do in your way, no problem. So that is the Charles Amicator function and objectives. Different functions are also there, like others are also there, you can read. Then quality, accuracy, consistency, need of the user, all the aspects are related with the question of what is the need, function and objectives of the library catalog. Now the laws of library science and library catalog, as I have already mentioned, so there is no need to discuss again. Then see that someone told me it's the index, little bit difference is there with index, what is self list and what is accession register. So just right now time is up, I'm telling you the what is accession register. Accession register is a register where you should put the books as it has added in your library. Suppose in your first book, whenever you are added in your library, so that first books you will write in your accession register. Some columns will be there in the register. Suppose accession number, title, author, publisher, year of publisher, supplier, from where you have got this book, any supplier or etc. Then classification and cataloging, classification number. So all these things you put in a register, and that book's accession number will be first book 1, then the second book 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In this way you should proceed. Again, suppose in the accession number 1, the same book you have got after 5,1300. So what will be the accession number of that book? Same book, 5,014. Subject title may be same, but I told you in accession register you are just registering the number of the books as it is coming or adding in the library. So 5,013, after that accession number you are getting the same book which you have noted down in accession number 1, but as a physical entity it's a different book. So whenever you are getting physically different books, so every book's accession number will be different, like our Aadhaar card number. So book's accession number is a unique number. Same physics book, classification number will be same. Author may be different, but if the content is same, the classification number will be same. but the accession number will be
Different.
Different.
different,
Different.
like Aadhaar card number. You need identity
Different.
number.
আইএসবিএন নাম্বারটা একটু বলবেন?
ISBN number হচ্ছে different parts, but it's the publication number. Okay.
ওকে
ISBN number is a different number. ISBN is a part whenever the publisher is publishing a particular book according to their publication serial number, they provide the ISBN number. But the accession number, whenever you are putting that book in your library according to the serial number of your library's book, the accession number is put on your library. Suppose your library's accession, the last accession number is 434, and then after that whatever the book will add it will number 4035.
35
435.
Yes, so this is the
Sir,
difference.
accession number should be written in pencil or pen?
In the register you should write in the pen, in the book you also write in the pen, because it's a permanent number. Class number you should write in the book in pencil, because whenever you are getting the new edition, sometimes the classification may be upgraded or may be changed. That's why the classification number may be written in pencil, but accession number should always be written in pen, because it is unchangeable number, unique number. একবার পড়ে গেলে সেটা চেঞ্জ হয় না, বুঝা গেল?
Okay, sir.
So up to this, today I'm finishing here. Next day we'll start with the block 3. Now block 3, not block 3. Let me tell you, if you can go through this unit 6, both the block 1 and block 2 try to cover from your study material. One thing, sometimes foolishly, as you are new, that's why you ask this question, sir, I have not got the study material, how can I read? Forget about your hard copy. Whenever you will get your hard copy, even in the normal situation, sometimes students get their hard copy after finishing their exam. So don't wait for that. Nowadays your IGNOU study material is available online. You just click on the Google and BLI 223 block 1, block 2, block 3. In this way you can download from just direct from the Google, or another portal is there. It is called the IGNOU course. If you don't understand what is IGNOU course, you just Google, you write IGNOU BLI 223 block 1, then block 2, block 3. In this way you can download the study material and you go online. Okay, whenever you will get your hard copy study material, don't wait for that. This is my suggestion to you.
Yes, sir.
So today up to this, so next Saturday we will meet again. So I request you to, all of you, to go through at least block 1 and block 2 of the paper, 2 to 7 also block 1, block 2, and 2 to 3 block 1 and block 2 within this 1 week. This is your homework. Next day I will give some practical classification.
Hello.
You will try to do that.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yes.
বলছি আমার নেটওয়ার্কে একটু ইস্যু ছিল, সে একটু আইডিয়া প্লেন আর নোটেশনাল আর ভার্ব প্লেন একটু বলে দেবেন, আমি শুনতে পাই।
সরি, এখন কিছু করার নেই, আলাদা করে এইভাবে কি বলা যায় না। তুই স্টাডি মেটেরিয়াল দেখে পড়ে নেবে, নেক্সট দিনকে কোশ্চেন করে বলে দেবে। এখন
আচ্ছা, নেক্সট দিন বলে দেবেন একটু।
নেক্সট দিন বলতে গেলে নেক্সট যা পোরশন পড়ে আছে, এখনো 60% পড়ে আছে, সেটা তাহলে আর বলা যাবে না।
না, জাস্ট আপনি ওই ডেসক্রিপশনটা দিচ্ছিলেন না, সেটুকু বললেই হবে।
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, ঠিক আছে, ওকে।
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
থ্যাংক ইউ
Sir, I have a question.
Thank you, sir.
ইয়েস প্লিজ।
Sir, online submission করার last date কবে?
31st May.
Thank you, sir.
Go to the group, then you see that one link I have shared.
Yes, sir, I shared it. I saw.
Then you follow the steps, because if you ask me, then what is the steps? It is not possible.
No, sir. Sir, I follow the group. Thank you, sir.
I am
Sir.
Okay.
স্যার 2 to 4 আর 2 to 9 এর প্র্যাকটিক্যাল গুলো কি স্যার স্টাডি সেন্টার থেকে হবে?
আগে তাই হতো, এখন প্যান্ডেমিক সিচুয়েশনে কি হবে সেটা বলা যাচ্ছে না, আগে তাই হতো।
আচ্ছা
স্যার, হ্যালো।
Yes.
হ্যাঁ স্যার, বলছিলাম যে আজকে আপনি এই যে ইউনিট 6 বা এগুলো এর মধ্যে থেকে ইম্পর্টেন্ট মানে ফোকাসটা কোন দিকে করব, মানে এর চ্যাপ্টারের মধ্যে থেকে এটা কি
At the
একটুখানি?
very beginning, whenever you are learning a new thing, every aspect is important for you. First of all, you have to understand, because 2 to 7 is purely a practical, a technical aspects. because beforehand you don't have any idea about the classification and cataloging. তুমি যদি প্রত্যেকটা জিনিসকে ভালো করে বুঝতে চাও, প্রতিটা জিনিস তোমাকে ভালো করে বুঝতে হবে, কারণ তুমি এখানে সারা বছর ধরে ক্লাস পাচ্ছ না, জাস্ট ফিউ আওয়ার্স এর একটা ইন্টারাকশন হচ্ছে, তাহলে তোমাকে স্টাডি মেটেরিয়াল থেকে খুব ভালো করে পড়তে হবে। আমি জাস্ট কতগুলো জায়গা তোমাকে আমি ধরিয়ে দিলাম যে কোনটা শিডিউল, কোনটা টেবিল, ক্যাটালগিং এর ব্যাপারগুলোকে একটু ধরিয়ে দিলাম, পরের দিন কারো কয়েকটা বলে দেবো। তোমাকে এবার স্টাডি মেটেরিয়ালকে একদম ভালো করে এ টু জেড পড়ে দেবে, পড়ে গিয়ে জিনিসটা বুঝে নেওয়ার পরে তোমাকে তোমার এক্সাম পারপাসে কোনটা কি পড়বো সেটা আলাদা আসপেক্ট। ঠিক আছে, এখন থেকেই তুমি যদি ইয়ে করতে পারো তাহলে খুব মুশকিল হবে।
ওকে ওকে স্যার।
স্যার কোন গ্রুপের কথা বলছিলেন?
আমি ওই গ্রুপের কথা অনেক বলে দিয়েছি, বন্ধুদের সঙ্গে জেনে নিও, একই কথা রিপিট করতে আর ভালো লাগছে না। ওকে, হ্যাভ এ গুড ডে।
স্যার স্যার একটা কোশ্চেন আছে স্যার, বলছিলাম আপনি 2 to 4 আর 2 to 9 এর যে প্র্যাকটিক্যাল এক্সামটা যেটা স্টাডি সেন্টারে হবে, তো এখন তো হচ্ছে না প্যান্ডেমিকের মধ্যে,
ইয়েস,
স্টাডি সেন্টার যা হবে না, তো
4 দিন
ওটাকে
ধরে
আমরা
হয়, 4 দিন ধরে হয়।
তো ওটা বাদে কি আমরা
হয়
অ্যাসাইনমেন্টটা সাবমিট করব?
না, ওটার অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট তোমরা সাবমিট করে দাও, কোনো অসুবিধা
আচ্ছা
নেই।
আচ্ছা ঠিক
অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট
আছে
সাবমিট করে দাও,
আচ্ছা
ঠিক আছে। কারণ অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট সাবমিট না করে ওর তো প্র্যাকটিক্যালটা তোমার যখনই হোক তখনও তুমি বুঝতে পারবে না। ওর থিওরিটিক্যাল এক্সামও তো হবে 35 মার্কসের, 35 মার্কস প্র্যাকটিক্যাল এক্সাম হবে, 35 মার্কস থিওরিটিক্যাল হবে। মানে থিওরিটিক্যাল এক্সামটা তুমি বুঝতে
স্যার ওটাই তো একটা প্র্যাকটিক্যালের পার্ট আছে, ওটা কি করব আমরা?
প্র্যাকটিক্যালের পার্টটা অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট যেটা জমা দিতে বলেছে সেটা করে দাও, থিওরিটিক্যাল অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট যা হবে সেটা করে দাও, ঠিক আছে?
আর প্র্যাকটিক্যালটা থাকবে স্যার?
হ্যাঁ,
প্র্যাকটিক্যালটা থাকবে?
দেখো কি আছে না আছে আমি অত দেখিনি ভালো করে। একটা জিনিস বলছি, অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট হিসেবে যেটা জমা দেওয়ার কথা থিওরিটিক্যাল পোর্শন সেটা তুমি জমা দিয়ে দেবে। যেটা প্র্যাকটিক্যাল, যেটা ল্যাবে করার বিষয়, ল্যাব বলে যেটা বলা আছে সেটা তো কিছু করার নেই, ঠিক আছে? কিন্তু যেটা প্র্যাকটিক্যাল অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট থিওরিটিক্যাল জমা দেওয়ার আছে 2 to 4 আর 2 to 9, সেটা তুমি 35 মার্কসের, সেটা তুমি জমা দিয়ে দেবে। 2 to 4 এবং 2 to 9 দুটোরে 35 মার্কসের দেখবে অ্যাসাইনমেন্টের জন্য দেওয়া আছে, সেটা তোমাকে সাবমিট করে দিতে হবে, ঠিক আছে? ওকে,
Excuse me, sir.
Thank
you, sir.
Sir, I have a question about BLI 227.
Yes.
Hello. Sir, how we cover BLI 227 in examination?
BLI 227 examination?
Yes. BLI 227 in examination. Is there any DTC book available?
Your voice is cracking. I am not getting you properly.
So my question is how we cover BLI 227 in examination?
How cover BLS 227 in examination?
Yes, sir. Is there any DDC book will available for us?
Throughout the class, what I have told you, I'm giving you the instruction, the methods, and I will showed you that one schedule I will share. But beyond that, I will not. I don't know whether any book which will help you to ready-made classification number. You have to learn the system. It's a practical paper. It's not the theory that बाजार चलती बुक खरीद कर तुम पढ़ोगे, नोटबुक किताब खरीद के पढ़ोगे और हो जाओगे. It's a learning system. You have to know the system. Only thing that schedule you have to follow. Schedule's link I will share in the group. I don't have any idea about any notebook which will help you to understand the classification. I know I got your question. You are asking about the any book which will help you. Your study material is sufficient to understand. Otherwise, I don't know any notebook type of thing which will help you to understand the 2 to 7, because it's the system you have to learn.
Sir, I'm not talking about notebook or anything. I'm talking about DDC book, volume 2 or 3.
अरे वही तो बोला था मैंने, एक लिंक शेयर करोगी, उस लिंक को से तुम डीडीसी डाउनलोड कर सकती हो.
Sir, during exam, sir. I think he's asking.
During exam, they will provide you the schedules. Okay. With the schedule, he will do the classification system. But for the cataloging purpose, he will not get any helping tools. Cataloging, you have to remember all these things. Cataloging and Mark 21, one other system is there. But for DDC, the DDC schedule will be provided you if it is the offline exam. But online exam, just previous year, they asked over the online Google Meet some basic questions, and they have taken the exam. But if it is physically sitting in the exam center, exam is held, that time the DDC schedule will be given. No problem. Okay.
স্যার আগের ইয়ার কোন মান্থে হয়েছিল স্যার অনলাইন এক্সাম?
ফেব্রুয়ারি টেব্রুয়ারি কিছু একটা হয়েছিল। ঠিক আছে, ছেড়ে দিচ্ছি আজকে।
Thank you, sir.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye bye, guys. Hello, guys. Hi.